Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I saw his latest video. Yeah, I know. It was pretty good. I mean, the guy's got good points, good views, good opinions. Yeah. All right. All right. Catch you later, man. YouTube. Finally, the champ is here. Let me take off my glasses so I can't see you. I am the original pile driver, the generic, blabbing on about wrestling from his mother's couch, cheap, fake wrestling, watching men rope each other in tights. Let me tell you something, everybody. Okay, Xba325. John Cena is better than The Rock. One of your key points is that John Cena dedicated himself to movies and stayed on TV with the WWE, making him higher on the superstar list than The Rock. Okay, but to quote myself, I can't remember word for word what I said, but it was in the whole stupid thing that I did about John Cena, the rap thing. Well, to skip a few lines, I said, blah, 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 blah. What's that about? Even the Tooth Fairy was better than 12 rounds. And what I meant by that was, the Tooth Fairy movie is better than 12 rounds. It's a bigger known entity. Probably did more in the box office in 12 rounds. Probably did better DVD sales in 12 rounds. My point is, yes, Cena has stayed in the company and did his movies. And that's a viable point and a key argument. My hat's off to you. See? There's no hat. But I can't find one, so I'd put it on and take it off, tip my hat off for you or whatever. But see, the thing is, Cena may have done that. But The Rock has in bigger budgeted movies, higher grossed movies, more popular movies. So as a star altogether, as far as the movie aspect goes, The Rock's movies, are a little bit better. So there's that argument. I do admit, one key thing that, his career is just about at the same length of The Rock. Because The Rock's career was about 8 years, counting from 1996 to 2004. And then Cena came in 2002, around right at 9 years. So, he's got 1 year up on The Rock. But think about it. Think about relevancy. How relevant has John Cena been throughout his career? And if he has been relevant, how well received has he been during that level of being relevant? Look at The Rock. Started off Flex Cabana. Who cares? Flashy. Hair, blue, flinging things going around. Nobody liked him. So he became Rocky Maivia. One of the most hated guys. Big heel. Good reaction. John Cena comes in, kind of the same way. He's wearing tights, has no personality, no story, nothing. He's just John Cena. Ruthless aggression. And then what happens? One Halloween, he dresses up like Vanilla Ice. It's stuck. So the rapper John Cena came in. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Actually, it was kind of entertaining then. I was a fan of John Cena at that point because, he said some entertaining things, and that's before the whole PG era started. So. And era is a key word here because I'll get to that in just a second. But once that key point, once that, line was crossed, and that whole entertaining, I'm a thug, even though it was kind of stupid, wearing the chain, and I'm a thug, even though he didn't really do any thuggish things other than say things. After that, he just became something else each week. Oh, I'm a rapper. Now I'm a thug. Now I'm a Marine. Now I'm a soldier. Now I'm a... What is he this week? Just John Cena. No personality. Just John Cena. His name alone is what's carried, and and it's not so much that he's good as far as he says poopy. Okay, poopy. He's big for kids, but if you look, you can't really judge who is better and what time, because the key difference is the change, the difference of an era. Now, I'm not a huge John Cena fan by any means. I don't like the guy at all. He seems like a cool guy. Like, it'd be fun to hang out with him or whatever. And the same with The Rock. And at one point, I wasn't very much of a fan of The Rock, mostly because I was a sheep that just followed everything that I was told to follow, much like these people online now. Or not online, the 90%ers who are puppets. Those guys are the ones that like stuff like Cena. Nothing against you, but I'm just saying, most people, you like Cena because you choose to like Cena, not because you're told to like Cena. And you'll admit that other people are better than Cena, or certain things are better than Cena. That's cool. I like and respect that about you. But there's these people that say, I like him so no one's better than him. And I believe it's possible to have a favorite and still think things are better than your favorite. Like Mr. Anderson, I'm an asshole. He's the TNA World Champion. I know TNA is not relevant, and pro wrestling in general is not relevant. And that's a whole other topic that I'll get to later. But, the whole argument between Cena and Rock, it's a difference of an era. Looking back at The Rock's era, it was the Attitude Era. You could pretty much do or say anything you wanted and get away with it. And that was like, boom! And then now Cena is just into this little box where he can't go outside of that box. So some would say it would mean that, well, Cena has to work harder to win fans over because he is limited to what he can do and what the character can do. There are limitations. When The Rock had no limitations, and he was so well received, and eventually that people hated him so much, and he became so entertaining that they just loved him no matter what. Much like Stone Cold Steve Austin, he couldn't do anything wrong. Everyone loved him, no matter what, regardless of the situation or the storyline. And that looks like what's happening with Cena now. And everybody, the 90%ers love him, and a lot of the 10%ers, some of the 10%ers, of course, that's a quote from Eric Bischoff, an Ericism, if you want to call it that. Kind of sounds like something. Okay, moving on. I just think that it's a different era. And while I was looking it down for some reason, it's not that the fact that it's not that I think that Cena has to work harder today, but wrestling today is just entertainment. So the casual fan is up here in relevance to who's putting on the show but back in the 90s during the Attitude Era, the 10%ers today were the ones back then who were up here. And they loved it. And nowadays it's down here like, we love this, and there's so much going on else these days. I just think if you pull Attitude Era, if you put Cena in the Attitude Era, just to make it simpler, putting Cena in the Attitude Era, I might agree with you that he might be above The Rock. Comparing that era to today's era, it's different. It's like comparing, I don't know, something else. But anyway, I don't think that The Rock is below Cena as far as greatest superstars of all time. Taking the wrestling ability out and taking the I left for movies and didn't stay, that has nothing to do with what he does while he's there, why he was there. The Nation of Domination, The Rock and Some Connection, The Rock versus Mick Foley, The Rock versus Steve Austin, The Rock versus Hulk Hogan, all that stuff was more entertaining than, John Cena versus The Miz, John Cena versus Wade Barrett. It's limited. It's not any good. And the PG era is what's holding Cena back, I think. That's just been my 2 cents. Take it for what you will. And it's been a pleasure. Catch you next time.